scientist, and I've worked actually as at Fred Hutchinson Cancer Research Scientist. I started out my scientific career there, and the conclusion among most of the people there was that most of the cancer, if not all of cancer, all types of cancer, were caused from environmental conditions. So from a career perspective, rather than focusing on curing cancer once it's there, I thought, well, how much smarter would it be to go out and actually try to address the causes of cancer, that is, the environmental problems that create conditions for cancer in people. And I heard about this center from actually years ago from a very dear friend, Jill Silver, who had been to the program before, and she just raved about it, had nothing but great things to say, said it's a life turner, it's an energizer, you have to do it. And I thought, wow, that's great. But I'm busy, I got other things to do. I got other fish to fry. I'm a good person. I take good care of myself. I eat a good diet. I exercise. I'm not slamming back Cokes and fries and burgers. I actually am pretty conscious about what I do. So I thought that it doesn't really apply to me. Not yet, anyway. And so the years go by, the diet slips, I become less of a vegetarian or a vegetarian, someone that eats seafood and vegetables, and started eating a little more red meat and such, and drinking a little more wine, and pretty soon along this path, boy, my vision starts going, and people tell me I'm in my 40s. Well, it happens. The next thing that happens is I start getting migraines. I start getting these headaches, and they come and go, and I think, yeah, I'm stressed, I need to drink more water, etc., etc. Well, these conditions over time started getting worse and worse. I started getting headaches all the time. Every day I'm getting a headache. My vision's getting worse and worse. I need glasses. And finally it got to the point, I think the week before I entered the program, that my vision was so bad, my headaches were so bad, I could no longer look at my computer. I could no longer focus on it. It was blurry. My head was throbbing. I was just in pain, and I literally could not function. As a scientist, I need to be able to read. I need to be able to write. My brain is everything for my career, and it wasn't working too well. The kicker was I went to a meeting in Portland, and afterwards, it was an all-day meeting, and afterwards I visited a colleague, and we had a few drinks, and I got, from a few drinks, very sick that night. I threw up. Thought, well, I must have been bad food or stronger drink or something. And you tell yourself all these things, right? You tell yourself it's this, it's that. It was just an isolated incident. Well, I went to sleep, and I couldn't drink water at night. The next morning, I got up, my head still hurt, I was still drunk. I still felt drunk, and this is just from not too much alcohol. So I tried to drink more water. I couldn't hold it down, and I was shaking, like very badly, and I couldn't see. I had a just headache to die for, or to kill for, I guess. And my friend, my colleague, had gone to work and left a note, and so I was alone in this house, and I literally just trying to lie down, and stop the shaking and the pain, and I couldn't, and I didn't know what to do, and I knew I needed something, and so I called 911. What do? You call 911. Called 911, the ambulance came, the fire engine came, and these guys kind of looked at me and thought, he was just one of these drunks, he's just a drunk, get in, we'll take you to the hospital, we'll give you some IVs. And that's what they did. They took me to the hospital. I got a couple liters of IV fluid, and then they sent me on my way and gave me a little notice about how to avoid alcoholism, how to not be an alcoholic, how to seek treatment. Well, I knew I hadn't had that much, and I had heard about this liver cleanse, as I had mentioned before. So I thought, well, I could spend a week going to conventional medicine and get a lot of tests and get a lot of bills and get diagnoses, and at the end they'd either say, I'm not cynical, I know the process, they would say you could either do nothing about it. We can do nothing about it, or drink more water or something like that, or we'll give you pills. And I didn't want that. And so I chose to go to the Annapurna Center. So that's what I did. I went to the center, and I'll tell you, I thought about the bill from the emergency room. I thought about the cost of that, and the bill actually is close to $3,000. So I thought money was better spent getting essentially a detoxification process going. And so I stepped into the Annapurna Center, and things have forever changed. I walked in, and of course I didn't know what would happen. I just simply knew this was a liver cleansing program. I went in and thought, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, I've spent a week of sick leave. I've spent some funds trying this process. So in that sense, making the decision to go in, it seemed very, very wise. And as I said, I was going to have spent a week going through conventional treatment just to have appointments and diagnoses occur. So at that level, I thought that made a lot of sense. As you recall, I came in kind of pale and shrunken and barely audible and really just awful. Now, when I went in and started going through the process, as you know, it was very hard. I had headaches, and I think one of the early things you told me was, you're going to get worse headaches because you're going to start releasing toxins. And it did. Boy, my headache hurt. My head hurt a lot more. I had awful headaches. So halfway in, I was thinking, man, I don't know about this. I mean, I don't know if this is going to work or not. But I was in. I was doing it. And so I think it was day 4, things started improving. Then we did the cleanse proper. I'd done colonics before, so I knew what those were all about. I knew they were beneficial. So went in and went through the process, and I have to say, yeah, it was a little interesting to have these drinks or concoctions, really more properly. Some of them tasty enough, some of them an acquired taste. Overall, though, it was good, and by day 4, it was really starting to feel better. My headaches were starting to improve, and then the actual gallbladder cleanse itself was at that point a moment of excitement. I was looking forward to it. I was looking forward to see what was going to come out. And I dropped something like 260. I'm a scientist, right? I had to count them. And those were the large ones, plus literally uncountable numbers of flecks. So very exciting to get that out. And really kind of fun, and I do have to say that the people were all wonderful, the other clients and the help that came in. So there was this real sense of camaraderie that really made it a great experience. It was really quite remarkable because I came in to get rid of my headaches primarily, and this toxicity, this sense of toxicity. What I noticed is that all these other ancillary benefits I hadn't noticed or hadn't come in to be cured of, as it were, or have my body cure myself. My lower back had been giving me constant pain, no more back pain. My knees, I telemark ski, and they get very sore, and they were very sore this year. Unfortunately, they no longer were sore. I can bend and such. My overall sense of strength, vigor, alertness, they just all improved. My mental clarity, it's really been something. And my eyesight has been remarkable. My eyesight is better now than it has been probably in 2 or 3 years. I can read, and I still use glasses at 1.25 magnification, but I can read without them. So improved eyesight, improved flexibility, decreased soreness, all these wonderful things. I do have to say, though, that what I noticed more than anything was my mental clarity and my ability to read, my ability to speed read, my ability to comprehend, just all of these things. Since then, my productivity has gone way up. I've been cranking out publications, been comprehending ideas, just bringing together an incredible wealth of ideas and synthesizing them, which is my job. So my productivity has gone way up. So that's wonderful. The other part of it that I think perhaps I haven't talked a lot about is the, for lack of a better term, really the spiritual side of it. And the transformational breathing, I think in particular, in combination with the clarity that the liver cleanse provides, really, it really changed the way I relate, or put me more in touch with the spiritual side that exists within us all. And that was another unanticipated benefit. This was truly a life-changing week, because I got so much of my mind and my body back, and also because really the force of the program, the convictional force, if you will, of the program, changed the way I eat. It changed what I drink. It changed the way I behave. So I really have switched to a largely raw food diet from not a bad diet, but really a lot more salads, a lot of nut drinks, smoothies in the morning, some of the things that I've learned in terms of how to eat. So that it's been very transformational. So I just do want to say that it has really, I think of all the things I could have done, of all the time I could have spent doing anything, this is, I think, the wisest use of a week that I've ever had. And it's truly been a transformative experience. There's really no other way. And transformative physically, mentally, spiritually. It's just boom. My life has changed, and a world of possibilities has opened up. And I just so hope that I can inspire others to take the program, to do this process, to go through this, and for them to become these people that can achieve what they want in their life, to become who they want to be.